Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of Telltale's Walking Dead here in the channel. Boy, I am really excited for this one because Suffer for Children is one of the best damn episodes that this entire franchise has to offer, let alone this season. It gets better from here. I am pumped, and first of all I want to apologise that this episode is as late as it is, but as life does, it kind of got in my way, so naturally I've had to put off the stream and put off the stream. But we're here today to encounter Suffer for Children, as Art of Scars has so perfectly put it. This episode is one of the longer ones, but that's because it has a lot of characterization to explore. So without further ado, let's get into this, because I am pumped. This is, I cannot emphasize this enough, a fantastic episode as part of a fantastic season. We're just going to stick with her default brightness as per the norm. And I can't believe we're almost at a quarter of 6,000 subscribers already. We only just hit 5,000 subscribers and now we're nearly at a quarter of the way to the next milestone. But here we go. I love these artistic sequences, recapping what happened in the previous episode.
I thought we'd found a huge stash of food. It turned out to be a trap.
Hello, Fellowship of Lethal, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. And I'm glad you're excited, Art. I too am also excited, in case it isn't abundantly clear.
And found I'd been saved by a guy named Marlon. The leader of a community, living inside an old boarding school. It felt like a chance at having a home.
Okay, that laughter is a little ominous right there, not gonna lie.
We had to go back to the train station to see if any food survived the explosion. But someone else had the same idea. When AJ distracted him, I shoved him into a pack of walkers. I found Marlon and Brody in the basement that night, arguing about the man we'd seen, and I learned why Brody was so afraid. The man was part of a group of raiders they'd run into a year ago. Marlon traded Tennessee's older sisters to the raiders to keep himself safe. He attacked Brody and locked me in the basement with her. When she turned, I had to stop her. Marlon stole AJ's gun and tried to convince them I had murdered Brody.
Yeah, in some alternate universe, Clementine was definitely shot by Marlon here. Thank goodness we're not in that alternate universe.
The fight went out of Marlon. I told him he wasn't going anywhere, that he was our prisoner. But then...
Oh, shit! Oh. Yeah, that kind of jumped us. That came out of nowhere. And that begs the question, we literally shot this community's leader. How do we come back from that? Oh, we're in a whole heap of trouble now. Oh yeah, I really love the unique artistic style of these recaps. It really helps this game stand out when compared to the other 3 seasons because it has just such artistic flair. And then there's also the fact that we have the you know, more in-depth gameplay mechanics to keep us even more invested into this world. Like, you truly feel as though you're being sucked into this world, making decisions that affect not only your character, but for relationship your characters have with others as well. And now these decisions don't only have consequences upon Clementine, but also AJ, and that makes every decision that much more tougher to make. It's a really investing story. They really nailed it for the writing of this one, which is why Season 4, after Season 2 and 3 were a bit of a downgrade in quality, Season 4 is a return to form for this franchise. It's brilliant. AJ, we should not encourage this caffeine addiction. That cannot be good for Clementine. Plus, coffee tastes disgusting. Like, how can you be enjoying this? You're enjoying this? How?
I'm surprised you remember how to make it. We haven't had coffee in a long time.
You put it in hot water.
We? Clementine, now you're encouraging AJ to have a coffee as well? Oh, now I understand why this episode is called Suffer for Children. These children are suffering, having to drink the atrocity that is coffee. Tea is much better. Tea is on a whole different league
Am I a murderer?
compared to coffee. Why Suffer for Children? Did they get Lego Dimensions instead of Scandals? Well, the zombie apocalypse in this world started in 2003, so they didn't even get the Nintendo Wii. Like, their video games cut out during the GameCube era. They don't have consoles past the GameCube, or the Xbox or the PlayStation 2, that generation of consoles.
What the fuck did you teach this kid?
That's a bit uncool, Lewis.
But we're supposed to
No,
kill
I
bad
think his reaction's kind of justified. We did basically shoot his best friend. If someone shot my best friend, I wouldn't be particularly happy about it.
He killed Brody.
Lewis was right. Sometimes people do bad things, like Marlon did. But when you shot him, he wasn't a threat to us anymore.
I don't like having to tell AJ off, but it's for the greater good.
That's murder.
What are we gonna do?
But yeah, the children have suffered because they live in a world where Scarness doesn't exist. Hence, suffer for children.
Back off, all of you!
It was under control. I talked Marlon down, then he murdered my fucking friend.
Take AJ, go inside.
Come on, let's go.
Well, it's a damn good thing Violet's
just
got
let
our
them go
back
back
when
to the
nobody
dorms?
else seems to.
What happens the next time one of us does something this kid doesn't like? Should we expect a bullet too?
That's not what happened.
It's exactly what happened.
Marlon started this. He killed Brody and almost got me too. AJ did what he had to do.
Oh, I'm suffering, Valkyrie. I'm suffering.
You have
Okay,
to
my
shoot Marlon in the
emotions are gonna
fucking skull.
run so rampant this
over.
episode. It's
Get
a
it,
roller
Lewis. Back
coaster.
off, okay?
Back off? Seriously?
Let's go.
Clem?
It's a testament to how good these games really are, given how much of an emotional
If I'm a
impact
murderer,
they
am I gonna
extract
die
from
too?
you. It's like my heart has been ripped out of my chest,
Well, I think
chopped up into
murderers
tiny
are
little
monsters,
pieces.
I know what happens to monsters. Nothing good.
It's not gonna be okay though,
Nothing
Art. I'm
good at
gonna
all.
cry. It's gonna be so sad.
We can forgive them. Murderers, even some monsters, they get a second chance.
Some monsters. Not all.
I mean, that's
When
kind
bad
of
people
speaking
like
back to Lee. He
murderers
got his
try to
second
make it
chance
right,
with Clementine, and you
that's
know
when
what?
other people
He
forgive them.
redeemed himself. He started the first
That sounds
season
hard.
in handcuffs as a criminal,
It
and he
is.
ended it in handcuffs as a
We're
hero.
going to fix this. You and me. I'm going to help you atone.
Atone?
It means make up for what you did wrong. We'll make it all right.
There's also a really good score on Scrabble.
For God's sake, someone help me with this!
Saved you from that car wreck and you fucking murdered him?
Get back, Mitch.
Get back.
Or what? You gonna let him kill me too?
Yeah, that's not a good idea there, Mitch.
Really? Haven't enough people died tonight? Brody, Marlon, we can't keep killing each other.
Fuck, are you saying that to me after what he did? Screw both of you.
You see, I don't feel bad that Marlon's
Hey,
dead. I feel bad
is
for the kids who now have to suffer because of
You've
it.
killed a lot of people. You murdered your friend Lee, didn't you?
Oh no, you didn't just bring that
You
up.
said he was handcuffed.
Oh no,
He
AJ.
wasn't a threat.
Oh, we gotta discipline this boy.
So-
That is not okay.
That means you murdered him.
How can you ask me that? What you did is completely different.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make you mad at all.
Well, congratulations, you succeeded at making me mad.
I said I'm sorry.
I had to.
Oh.
Okay. I love you, Clem.
Oh, you really had to go and say
I
that to
love you
me.
back.
Oh, this relationship, it's all there. Man, that is some compelling character writing.
Hey.
Violet said to come get you.
The best part is that, for the most part, the dialogue is very simple, very basic. It's not the dialogue that really hits home, it's the body language. You can tell from a body language alone, with the facial expressions of Clementine, exactly what they're going through, and that emotion then reflects onto us.
But you were brave last night.
You know, we're invested in these character arcs. We care for these characters, we care how they feel, and so what they feel reflects onto us. Character development? No way! You mean actual good writing? Oh, who would have seen this coming? Especially after the last 2 seasons that had mediocre writing at best. But now we have good writing again.
Who was innocent? Who was guilty?
We have to decide things for ourselves now. We can't rely on other people to make the rules for us.
That is well stated, actually. Yeah, there's some truth in what she said.
But she's right. So's everyone else.
You gotta have some self-reliance, some self-independence, some knowledge and know-how to
You sure you don't want your firefighter?
create the best of the world you're currently stuck in. You know, you can't just wait around for others to save you, to create rules for
Play
you.
with him later? Together?
Sure. After the funeral. They buried them already. Vile started soon. See you out there.
Oh yeah, that's true. The world is absolute crap, but at least they were able to see Monsters Inc. before it all went to shit.
Show them we care.
Monsters Inc. makes it all worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we need any more coffee. I think we've got enough of that in our system already. You know, for walkers are already out there trying to kill us, the last thing we need is caffeine also killing us. Caffeine really isn't actually that bad, I'm exaggerating for effect, but still, you know, we're gonna stay away from that stuff. It tastes horrendous as the main reason. Like, I think Clementine has already suffered enough. You don't need to worry about suffering from all the coffee as well.
Time to go.
Soon.
Alright, let's head out.
Ready?
Welcome to the stream, Logan. It's not exactly a joyous occasion. You know, the blood from Marlon is still there. Oh dear. It's a good thing we taught AJ to regret his decisions, because that way it's going to ensure that he second guesses himself from now on, and it doesn't, you know, go around shooting people who are no longer a threat. He's got to learn that the hard way. Oh dear.
I did that.
Yeah, let's just pile on the salt, why don't we? He's clearly not feeling bad enough already. These characters are so good, they deserve so much better than this. And yet they're stuck in this crappy world. That's just the reality of The Walking Dead for you, folks.
Right now, let's just focus on what we're here.
But say now AJ can consider the consequences for his actions, and so now he can consider whether those consequences make the actions worth it in the first place or not. Something for him to consider, that extra layer to his character.
Oh God.
Oh man.
They're here.
So
The way they all just turn their faces to look at the pair of characters. Oh, it says shivers down your spine.
Why do people have funerals? Tin said they used to have them more.
They died.
But I don't get it.
Well, to remember people we loved.
They loved Marlon.
Yeah, they did.
I made them all sad. Like if someone took you away.
Oh.
Does everyone get a funeral?
People do. Some animals, too.
Even monsters?
Even monsters.
10. You ready?
Brody, you always said you wanted to go to the beach.
Oh, that's totally fine, Logan.
I drew it for you.
Marlon was... I can't. Not for Marlon. After what he did to the twins and Brody,
You didn't even like Brody. You were always mean to her.
I can't. Someone else do it.
Bitch.
Dude, don't. Seriously, Lewis? He was your best friend.
He wasn't perfect, but he deserved better than to get gunned down by that kid.
AJ killed him like it was nothing. We all saw it, and no one stopped him.
You're right, Mitch. Marlon didn't deserve what AJ did to him.
I know what I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, he totally deserved it, alright, but we're not going to say that. We don't want to piss these guys off even more. Mitch has already held us at knife point.
Yeah, atone it.
Fuck, I can't listen to this.
What I did was bad, and I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise.
You don't have to make up shit. Marlon was a fucking murderer and a liar, and if we'd all asked more questions about Minnie and Sophie disappearing last year, none of this would have happened.
She's got a point.
Shut up! It wasn't Marlon's fault.
Then whose fault was it?
Violet's right. You all share responsibility for what happened to Sophie and Minnie. And to Brody.
And what about Marlon? Who's responsible for that?
Me.
See what I mean? How can any of us trust these fucking people?
What are you
Can you
saying?
not see for
Saying we
regret
gotta
on this
fucking
child's
go.
face?
Take a vote. Majority decides. They stay or they leave. Today.
That does seem fair.
Are you serious? It's bullshit.
You're bullshit.
What? You can't just kick us out.
We brought you here. That means we can get rid of you too.
That is fucked up. After all Marlon did...
Two wrongs don't make a right.
A vote's the only way to settle this, or we'll be arguing forever.
Fine. I guess we're fucking voting.
Oh shit, this could only end
Lewis
well.
needs to vote. Could you go get him? And try to talk to him.
Come on, Rosie. Come here, girl.
Could you guys go wait in the dorm? I'll come get you. Please don't kick
Tag
us
Team
out.
Nightmare, Trap Team Lock, and the Soul Survivors Dark
let's
Beggar
go.
Ab Spyro. Given that it's Trap Team, that sounds about right. It's a tough game, that one, especially in Nightmare mode. Here we go with the intro that is 1000% gonna get copyrighted after this stream is over and said and with, but that's fine. I don't really aim to monetize these streams in the first place. These streams are here because I thoroughly enjoy these games. I was going to play these games regardless, so I might as well stream them. And it means that all of you who maybe haven't experienced these games yet get the opportunity to experience them alongside me. Everyone deserves to experience these spectacular games. Everyone. In fact, I think you should drop everything you're doing right now and go play this game already. Do yourselves a favour, play this game, and you can thank me later. And hey, it might be copyrighted, but this is one hell of a tune. It really sets the mood for the game. And I love what they do with the colours here. For red, it's just really great at establishing that this world, it is bloody and it is dangerous, and there is caution to be held. Oh, you absolutely need to replay these games at some point, especially since, given that you have different choices to make, outcomes of each scenario are different upon every single replay of the game, so there's really high replay value in these games, given what changes in each playthrough. You, yes, you the player, truly do determine the ending.
AJ, stop. You'll break your toe or something.
Well, if he keeps kicking it like that, he certainly will be. Clementine, please teach this kid proper technique.
I did what you said, and they didn't even care. I know that I was bad, but they don't let me fix it.
It takes a lot more than just talking and saying that you regret certain actions. There has to be some sort of proof there, and better of all, you've got to create those actions, because actions speak louder than words in the first place.
We stop and think and,
It takes a long time to be forgiven, you know, it's not just something that happens over the course of a conversation.
I know that I'm not supposed to get mad.
And you have every reason to be upset. We'll deal with it together, okay?
Okay.
We stop, we think, and we breathe.
Logan, stop spoiling the ending! Luckily, that wasn't my first playthrough, because on my first playthrough I made a particular decision, which was the right decision, mind you.
And, I think I'm sad too.
Yeah, this last episode of this season is going to be a hell of a roller coaster, and I'm not even going to be live streaming it. I'm going to pre-record that and premiere it, because it's going to be a very special episode in the fact that these episodes are going to be streamed every single Sunday from now on. So by the time I get round to Take Us Back, the last episode of this franchise, by the time I get around to that Sunday it falls on is actually the 4-year anniversary of this game for Telltale Definitive Edition. So I'm going to be doing a special episode for that particular Sunday.
We don't know that it didn't work. They might have voted for us to stay.
Great idea. False hope.
Pretty mad.
But hey, at least we're teaching AJ, no matter the situation, to not give up so easily.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, this game has 10 different endings.
I know you don't.
I like knowing where we are all the time. The bed, the food. I like the other kids. Not all of them, but Tin and Louis and Violet.
I love how AJ still likes Louis even after what he said the night beforehand.
We took the vote. You have to leave.
Damn! Who saw that one coming? Riggs! I demand a recount!
That's not how it works.
Maybe it should be.
You don't have to like it.
Good, 'cause I don't.
Fine, I get it. We'll learn to live with your decision somehow.
Seriously? That's it? You know this is fucking wrong, and you're not gonna fight it at all?
What's the point? You've already decided.
Yes, we have.
So fucking stupid.
You said you'd go along with it.
I agree, it's pretty fucking stupid.
It's bullshit. And you'd know it if you weren't so used to burying your head in the sand.
Oh, I'm burying my head in the sand? Hate Marlin all you want, but you can't tell me AJ's in dangerous too.
Yeah, you better feel bad about that.
We'll wait for you to pack up, then Louis and I'll escort you out past the
But hey, being so cooperative is going to give us brownie points in the future. You know, our best play right now, the best play we have, is to make them feel as bad as possible.
Thanks for making sure.
Make them truly regret their decisions, and then later down the road, who knows how that could turn around to benefit us.
They're gonna get rid of us.
It's a James Gunn situation all over again. James Gunn got fired from Disney, but he handled it like a champ, and because of how well he handled it, Disney rehired him years later. Let's just make them feel so bad about things that they instantly regret their decision and revoke it.
He was really upset about the vote, and he's not talking to anybody. It's best to leave him alone when he's like this, but for the record, he wanted you to stay.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. 10 might be a character that a lot of people hate with good reason, but at least he is wise in voting for Clem and AJ to stay. Nope, Logan, these people, they're going to set us out on our lonesome. They're essentially They're sending us out to die. They're even asking for our gun at our defense. They're sending us out there to die. Their lack of compassion right now. Oh, we are going to exploit it. We are going to turn it against them. We are going to make them really regret this. Exactly, Lewis. Fuck. In a regretful way. A very regretful fuck. And boy, when I watch my language, there's no fucking need for all this fucking swearing, I'm telling you. I do respect though that Lewis is keeping to his guns. They've voted fairly to kick him out, and despite all of this, despite his clear regret, they don't want to do this, but obviously for Lewis he's putting his duty and his responsibility above what he wants to do here. At the end of the day, there's plenty of things in life that no matter whether you want to do it or not, you have to do it, and something you have to do outweighs something you want to do. I'm gonna miss Charles. I'm gonna miss Charles so much. Oh, and Lewis too, I suppose.
Got lucky before.
So we're walking. My shoes are gonna break.
Well, we'll have to hope they hold out.
My feet are gonna bleed again.
We'll tear up a shirt and tie them up if we have to.
It's not so bad.
Yes, that's it. Pour it on. Let them know how bad a situation you put them into. Make them regret their decisions.
Pretty good at it by now. Almost like going home for you guys.
Don't even pretend you can.
You give a shit.
I mean, Violet is clearly pissed. Violet does give a shit.
We're here. The road's that way.
Anything you want to say before we go?
Oh yeah, the villain in this game is particularly brilliant.
I've said plenty.
Thanks for trying to keep us.
You're welcome. I wish you could stay.
I didn't want this.
Come on, let's just go.
Give us a minute, would you?
Yeah, so do I. I wish we hadn't fucked it up.
You didn't. Marlon did. Even dead, he's still ruining shit.
Jesus, Violet. Give him some fucking peace.
Just...
Wait, he's dead. He can't, do anything one way or the other. You know, since he's dead, he's not going to be doing much of anything from now on. Yeah, we do love ourselves a bit of Violet.
I must be stupid. I can't leave you out here unarmed.
You see, this is normally a choice where you'd think, so our choice as to whether or not to give Lewis the gun is useless as AJ gets the gun anyway. But no, this choice actually has an impact on the relationship you have with Lewis. So this game does a great job of actually making choices have an impact on not necessarily the overarching plot, but at least the characters within it.
How do you know?
And then again, all what a plot seems to be is a combination of characters, all of which are, you know, like a pool table. You have a white ball, your main protagonist, and you're smashing them, and then their path, their goal is simply to make it to a pocket. Well, all of the other balls are in the way. They're all bouncing off each other, and so one event causes a chain reaction that impacts not only your main character, not only your white ball, but all the other balls around it. That's essentially what a plot is.
I don't know. I'll do everything to keep you safe.
I'll keep
you know, just a bunch of characters coming in to interact with one another, and then all of them all having an impact like a spider's web, all on one another, constantly affecting one another's path.
Come on out. I saw a couple of you on the road.
How did he survive?
How long you think you can hide?
Shit. That's the man from the train station?
Yes.
I thought he died.
You can survive a bite.
Haha! Logan with the puns. So funny. Okay, now let's get him. He's not going to be disabled anymore. Commit murder!
Tough little bitch, aren't you?
Oh, you got that right. That's a bit rude.
I wouldn't, boy. Any closer, your friend might get her head blown off.
Abel.
Oh shit, that would be something particularly difficult to survive. We've already established with Marlins that putting bandages on a gun wound in the head isn't exactly going to save him.
Fighters. Both of them. You'll like them.
We're looking for a kid. Runs a community near here.
Marlon.
He's dead.
Well, shit.
This can still work.
How about it? You want to take us back to your school? Help us talk to your friends?
Oh crap, I recognise the voice.
It's not like you have many other options. Come on, kid. We don't want to be out here all day.
I'm not helping you shitheads. Don't! Let him go, please.
Sure, if you do like we ask. Otherwise, I'm happy to crack his head open. You ever seen old fruit explode after you throw it at something? That's just how it'll look.
Oh, you sick fuck. Oh, we do not let him get away with that. Okay, that's where I recognise the voice from. Holy shit.
Clementine, it's you?
Damn.
My name is Lily. You probably...
Oh, I don't give two fucks, yo.
I don't give a fuck who you are, you evil bitch.
She did not like that.
The hell?
Not now.
Okay, we don't have much choice in the matter.
I said, not now. Lee isn't with you.
Yo, welcome to the stream make of dumb YouTube
So he's
videos.
dead then. He was kind to me, even after I shot that girl.
Carly.
Lee
Yeah,
should
now
never
her
let
we
me stay
remember.
It was too easy to steal the RV and leave. He had too much faith in other people. Probably why he kept you around. Probably why he didn't make it. Same thing will happen to you if you repeat his mistakes.
Oh.
Your little boy there.
This evil bitch.
He may be able to keep this up a while longer, but eventually he'll slow you down. A walker you didn't spot. A bullet you couldn't dodge. A desperate cry for help that brings the herd.
I don't think so. AJ knows how to handle himself.
He's got spirit, I'll give you that. But you and I know that won't be enough.
Fuck, we don't have time for all that.
We've got history.
Great. You know her, I know her. Point is, we got a job to do.
We can help you raise that boy, Clementine. But we need you to do something for us.
What? Help you kidnap a couple more kids?
We don't need a couple. We need all of you.
We'll take you back to the Delta to join our people. We have walls, we have working solar panels, and we grow our own food. All we need from you is to go back to your friends and convince them to come peacefully. No one will be harmed.
I'm not Marlon.
Here's what I'll do. I'll take a little squirt here right now. That way, I'm sure you'll play nice.
Be smart about this, Clementine. It's an us or them kind of world, Clem.
Run! AJ! Come on!
Oh shit! You got... Since when does a shotgun have that kind of range? Abel is hacking! God damn, man. Once again, I ask the question, how the hell are we supposed to come back from this? We are in a tough, almost unwinnable situation. This is the Infinity War situation all over again. How many situations do we win in 14,501 or whatever the number is? 1. Oh dear. Whew! Alright, we managed to dodge Abel's infinite range hack.
Oh shit.
Exactly, in 14 million possibilities we only win 1. Whew, okay, well turn out now is the perfect time for walkers. Get those two distracted. Their gunshots are just drawing more of the walkers away from us and to them. So this is the perfect time for walker ambush. Who would have known they could have been so convenient? It's almost like this timing feels intentional. Boy, that was pretty badass right there. Clementine knows how to kick, which is why it frustrates me so much that AJ's technique is so crap. Come on, Clementine, you're clearly able yourself. Why don't you teach him some of your skills right there? You know, give him a small percentage of your infinite power. Okay, here we go. Let's kill some things. Get him! Oh yeah, Kenny surviving up until this point in the game would have been so damn cool to see, you know, kind of like the rematch between the two of them after their conflict in the first season. But unfortunately, of all of the motel characters in the first season, the only 2 survivors are Lily and Clementine up to this point. They're the only 2 that remain from the motel. That really puts things into perspective. Unless obviously in Season 2 you leave Kenny behind in any decision where you leave Kenny behind, whether you go to Wellington or leave him behind at the car, it basically means that there's a possibility in that storyline that Kenny is still somewhere out there. It's completely unknown to Clementine, of course, Kenny's fate when he's just left out there. Let's get him! Oh shit! Oh, that's terrifying. But yeah, that would be Kenny's fate had we left him at the end of the second season. So only in those storylines is it possible that Kenny is out there somewhere, surviving, doing God knows what. But man, this is extra terrifying to Clementine because she's never seen a walker like this before. The last thing she was expecting was a fucking whisperer. Obviously, to us as the audience, we know what whisperers are, who they are, what they've done. So, for us it's terrifying. We have that kind of sense of dramatic irony, knowing something that Clementine does not. So, is this whisperer a threat? Thing is that he's not with his wider group, so it's too early to judge in this part of the story, but it's really cool to see such a major part to the comics translate over to this game, getting to see a whisperer. But already James, not being with all the other whisperers, not being part of that you know, twisted family, already they've given this character a lot of potential. Why did he strive out on his own? Is he as evil as the rest of the Whisperers, or is that the reason why he's no longer with them? Time shall tell. But unfortunately, like 10, James is one of those characters who starts off really strong and gets worse as time goes along. Now, why can't we have more characters like Lewis? Lewis gets infinitely better as the game goes along. Lewis gets this healthy dosage of character development, and this character you already love from the first moment you meet him just continues to get better and better and better and better. You know, not all characters are wrote equally, apparently. Oh shit. Okay, this makes me cringe. It is so visual, just how painful this is. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like stitching up Clem at the beginning of the second season all over again. Oh, this game really slows down and makes you feel that same pain. Oh my word, that is tough to watch.
Stop the bleeding.
Oh yeah, if they do James's character dirty, but we're not going to spoil what happens with James later in the season. We're going to leave that.
It's enough for now.
We're going to leave that for the future. See what becomes of him.
Whoa, easy. Where's our stuff? My gun.
Yeah, here's the thing. Even if Lee did survive the first season, I couldn't see Lee making it past Final Frontier for the sake of the story. I feel like this is a season where Clementine has to be on her own and she has to be with AJ. So Lee would have had to have died in Final Frontier, I reckon, or New Frontier even, not Final Frontier. I don't know where I'm getting that name from, but in a New Frontier, Lee would have had to have died in order for this story to have been expressed in the nature in which it is, and in order for it to have the emotional impact that it does. Lee could not still be alive in this season, and this season still be told the same way.
I didn't mean to endanger you. The walkers were sent to help you.
I suppose it's the essentialness of Lee's death which makes it all the more emotionally devastating. It's something that you know had to happen, and yet you really wish it didn't happen because Lee is just such a goated character.
Sometimes guide them.
Why are you alone, if you were part of a group?
They attacked a community, saw the carnage. Didn't want to be part of it.
See what I mean? That is really fucking interesting. I couldn't blame him for not wanting to be a Whisperer. If I was a Whisperer and I saw how inhumane they had become, I would want to avoid being part of their group at all costs.
Both of you.
We're just going to trust that this isn't poisoned. Oh yeah, the writing for that relationship was laughable. I have no idea what the developers were thinking. If they wanted to give Clementine a love interest, then they should have made Gabe a better character. It's simple as that. Or, you know, they could have made Mariana for love interest, because Mariana is a far superior character. And, well, we're going to find out something particular about Clem in this episode later on. I'm not going to spoil it.
The people who attacked you. What do you know about them?
I know they steal kids. They took 2 last year.
A common practice for them.
One thing I would love to know is, how did James come to learn so much about these people?
Against another. It's why they take people. To make them fight. Train them. Use them.
What's cool is that there's clearly a really big and intricate, ambitious story here. Like, at the end of the day, this Delta, the community they're going up against, is not clear which community it is. We don't know who they're fighting, you know, what's at stake in this war. But that's not the story that this game is trying to tell. Instead, it's telling the more intimate story of Clem and AJ's relationship, of them finding this school and trying to overcome hardships in order to build something greater, in order to build a life for themselves. You know, that is always at the heart of this story, and it remains focused to that rather than losing track of itself, losing sight of itself by growing bigger and more ambitious. It's like for Walking Dead TV show, the moment it started becoming bigger and more ambitious was when it started to drop off in quality, because the characters just weren't as intricate, as well written, and they didn't have the dynamics they did like
To
in
send
the
to her
first
to
few
save
seasons
you.
that made for characters and their
I didn't want
relationships
them
and
to
their
die.
dynamics so compelling to begin with. You go back and you rewatch the earlier seasons of Walking Dead, and yes, it's slower, yes, it's more character driven, but that creates some really compelling character drama, and the characters themselves are just really
So,
fun to watch. Like, even
James,
without zombies,
around
character
in the woods,
driven episodes
saving random
are
people?
amazing in those first few seasons, whereas in the later seasons they have
After
so
I
many
left my
characters and so
group,
many
I
arcs running
wandered.
at once, then it
First
all
time
just
alone,
kind of loses
ever.
track of itself, it all meshes together, and characters with lots of potential just aren't
more
given the time
everywhere.
and exploration needed
First against
to
walkers,
exact upon that full
and against each
potential.
other. Hoped it would be better here.
Oh yeah, the love interests in this game are far superior to Gabe in every conceivable way. This game
Here?
kind of made up for it. This is
Or
basically,
somewhere far away?
for developers'
Georgia.
apology for a
Long
New
way from
Frontier.
home.
The developers were like,
feels
yeah, New
like
Frontier
forever
kind
ago.
of sucked. We're sorry about that. So here's a good
Us.
game. Enjoy. And you know what? If this is the apology for a New Frontier, I'm okay with that. Because this game is a mighty good
Where are
apology.
you from?
Like, this is way better than any
Washington.
YouTuber apology that's ever been made.
The city or the state?
The city. Dad ran a food truck. I helped.
Oh, it's nice
fever.
for Air Clementine
His wound will
to
need
feel
proper
so
cleaning
human for
and
once.
medicine, if you're lucky enough to have any.
The school has medicine, but I don't think they'll share it.
That's why those people attacked you, isn't it? To get to that school. They'll destroy whatever they find. Bring more guns, more fighters. Take everyone inside.
They won't be able to fight them off.
You need medicine. You have to go back, or you'll lose him.
I have to go back and warn them. It's the right thing to do.
Noble of you, despite their treatment.
That's just because Clementine is one of the most darn noblest characters in this entire
help you get
franchise, if not
Past the
the single
walkers.
most noblest.
A few more hours and we'll
Character.
go.
That's a few hours for you to sleep.
Clementine has just such a big heart, and that is so clear in this season.
I'll stay awake. You don't have to.
Well, that's pretty
Sleep.
cool to make of
I'll
YouTube
keep
videos.
watch.
That's pretty cool indeed.
I can't.
Then we'll both keep watch.
Less lonely.
True.
I don't know, maybe James should have been a love interest instead. That would have been, something. That would have been a sight to behold, that's putting it mildly. But no, if I was Clementine, here's my perspective. Fuck Erickson. Those people turned their back on me. I'm going back, raiding their medical supplies, getting AJ back up to full health, and then I'm running in the opposite direction. I'm getting as far away from this Delta place as humanly possible.
Is he awake?
I'm taking a boat to Europe if I can.
I can carry
Especially
that.
since, you know, Europe is
You're
superior to
exhausted.
America in every conceivable way.
No,
I'm joking,
I've
of
got it.
course. Love America, really. Kinda have to. It is like 80% of my demographic. So yeah, don't worry, Americans. I love you, really. I don't think James would be interested in Clementine. No, there's clearly no sort of romantic interest there whatsoever. You're absolutely right, Logan. I'm just saying that it would have been interesting to have seen that. But it's abundantly clear that that's not the direction the game is taking.
Violet! Lewis!
Oh, never mind. I suppose that if someone's going to admit that it sucks in the US, then I suppose it truly does suck in the US. I can say it if they themselves are saying it. That's how this works.
You could stay with us.
Not ready.
No, I've got a better idea. Why don't you go down to Alaska? I'm sure Alaska is a perfect place to go to in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. What could possibly go wrong with Alaska? Let's just go there instead. Away from the Delta. You know, I'm pretty sure Alaska isn't up north. Or it is, and my US geography is just horrendous. That is a strong possibility.
I can't keep carrying you. I'll be inside soon. Rest now.
Our president can't even speak a full sentence. That sounds about right.
Shit. Is he...
He's alive. He was shot. He's got a fever.
Come on, let's get him inside.
I can't.
We literally carried him until our legs gave out. If that isn't compelling, I don't know what is.
It's okay, buddy. I got you.
It's also so sweet how he can't in good conscience turn us away. Damn it, video game, you're gonna make me cry again. Haven't you already extracted enough of an emotional toll on me?
Let me see. I have what I need upstairs. Come on.
We got the shrapnel out of him.
We?
It's a long story.
What, you and a kid with a face as a walker mask who directs hordes helped save AJ by pulling the shrapnel out whilst we directed the horde into the middle of a conflict to distract our pursuers? You telling me that that is a long story?
We can talk in
Yeah,
the
I suppose
office.
it is.
Clem, shh. You just try to rest, okay?
Omar is not forgettable. He is a legend. He is a god amongst men. Omar is the single greatest entity to have existed in human life,
okay? She'll look after
in the
me.
existence of ever.
Come on. What do we do when we're scared? When
He's
fear
all that
starts
is
to
good
get
and
the upper
perfect in
hand.
this world. That is Omar for you.
We say fuck off to fear. I'm good now.
Yeah, take that,
Clementine,
fear.
please. We need to talk.
What happened out in the woods? I saw they had you pinned and Shit, I got so crazy. When I heard you call for help, I didn't even think. I wanted to help you, but when you told us to run, I had to trust you. Thank you for protecting us. It was really brave. I really thought you were dead, Clem.
It's just everything is so fucked right now, you know?
It's really good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Just wish Mitch and the others felt the same. Lewis and I told them what happened in the woods. That woman who attacked you.
Lily.
So you do know her. We were wondering. Who the hell is she? I mean, I know you're not, like, with her group, but the others don't like the coincidence. Her showing up right after you? I mean...
She's horrible. She always has been. Her dad was a racist asshole, and she defended everything he did.
Great. As if we didn't have
Oh,
more
she
than
didn't
enough
necessarily
already.
defend it, but she didn't reprimand it either.
She murdered someone in our group, gunned them down during an argument. Carly was her name. She
Now
refused
that
to let Lily push her
was a
around.
tad bit
It was
on
right
the
at
wrong
start.
side, you know.
I haven't
That
seen
I
Lily since.
certainly don't agree
I
with.
believe you.
Especially
But
since Carly
There's something
had
else.
potential to
Lily
survive
said
at least a
someone
little
was
bit
with you at
longer.
the
She was a
gates.
damn good shot,
Gates.
even if she
He
wasn't
saved me
the
and AJ. Let us
smartest,
stay in
you
his
know,
camp for the night.
Why did you bring him here?
smartest
You led him right to us.
insert phrase here,
I mean,
you know,
he's a
for
stranger, Clem.
sharpest tool in the
Running
shed, she
into
was
those two in
not.
the woods, it proved we can't trust anybody.
Look, he's not with the Raiders. He lives by himself in the woods.
Willie said he was wearing...
I mean, I could flip
don't know,
text. I just
animal skins or
didn't.
something.
He was wearing walker skin. That's how he gets past herds. He can guide them, too.
Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't have brought him here if I thought he was a threat.
It's not that I don't trust you. I'm just worried about the others and what they might do. They didn't even get a chance to mourn Brody and Marlon before these child-snatching assholes showed up.
The child snatching asshole showed up before Brody and Marlon died. You know, I'm afraid that life doesn't just stop and restart when it's convenient for you.
I know, but everything is such a mess. They're scared and angry, and they're looking for someone to blame.
Oh yeah, exactly. Lee and Carly had so much potential there for their relationship to be carried out. And say, Carly wasn't very smart, but she was a damn good shot, and she was pretty good with people. So it would have been really nice to have would have been really nice to have seen more of that.
More things to fear right now.
But alas, it's not meant to be. Once again, our actions shall speak much louder than our words.
More people and guns, and come attack us. Take everyone here.
It is time for us to show them just how truly good Clementine is.
They're at war with another community. They take people to fight for
In other
them.
words, it's time to show them our big
To
heart.
Minnie and Sophie? They turn them into soldiers?
Yeah, it'll happen to us too if we don't stop them.
Minnie didn't even like killing walkers.
Yeah, keep that line of dialogue in mind, because that's going to be important in the next episode. Minnie didn't even like killing walkers.
With a little work, we could make this place really hard to attack.
Do you actually know how to do that?
Yeah, I was part of a siege once in a town called Richmond. Here, let me show you. We've got good, strong walls. We need to make them hard to climb over, so the raiders have to come in through the gates.
We used to keep barbed wire in the greenhouse.
Oh, fair enough, Logan.
This is where we should.
I figured that's who you threw him to because I love Lily in this game. I think she's a very good villain. What she says, how she says it, is not only really talented voice work, but it is personal. It is intimidating. And not to mention, she has layers to her character as well. Just certain things that she does, they make total sense. Her hesitations, in other words,
so we'll know which way they're coming.
At the very least,
it goes to show that despite how evil she is, she has some semblance of humanity found within her.
You guys don't use the greenhouse anymore, do you?
No, we used to. Then we lost someone out there.
And it's also just really cool to see someone whose fate was kind of lying in mystery for so long. Like, after the first season, everyone was curious about what happened to Lily. So to see her return is just such a rewarding situation for people who have been invested in these games for all these years. People have been waiting on the answer to that question. Finally get the satisfaction of that itch, that need for the question to be answered. They finally get the answer.
He's gonna be okay.
You know, I was comparing it to Switching earlier, and something you need to know is kind of like an itch, and so that
those raiders are getting
mystery up in the air says, like, you know, finally getting rid of that satisfying itch you have.
She's not. If you saw their leader's boot on Clem's neck, you'd know that.
These raiders all carry guns, and they know how to use them. So whatever you think of
Oh yeah,
AJ,
the positioning, like Lily having the boot on Clementine's neck and the low angle shot to really present Lily as a threat. She is above Clementine.
No, I'm not.
That really adds to Lily's intimidation factor and truly builds her up as the evil bitch that she is.
You know,
like, we're gonna stop calling her by her actual name. She is evil bitch, is what she is.
Fuck, Vi. Since when are you the one making the calls?
Your problem with evil bitch, again, that's her name now. Your problem with evil bitch is that she feels too much like Carver. Fair enough, I can see the comparisons there, the whole survival of the fittest type philosophy. But even then, I think she has enough differences, and then that personal tethering to Clem and the history they have is enough to make her still stand out as a unique and really massive force to feel threatened by. Like, at the end of the day, Lily being more experienced, having a bigger army than Clementine, it really does leave you wondering, how do we even come back from this? This is a really precarious situation we've been thrown into, and there is very, very little hope for our characters at this point. I mean, it's clear with how they interact with one another, for panic, for fear that's going through all of their minds right now. And Clementine has lots to deal with. She's not only worried for AJ's safety, but now she has a school in which she needs to defend. And there's not even a promise after going through all of this risk. Clementine has the potential to die for this place, and yet there is no promise, there is no guarantee of her even being accepted by these people at the end of it. She is doing this purely out of the goodness of her heart, so if that doesn't prove how big Clementine's heart truly is, I don't know what does. The Stranger in the first game as a villain, I don't see people talk that much about.
This ain't budging.
Well, the Stranger being a villain in Season 1, the whole purpose of that character was to act as a final boss for Lee, not only in, well, not in the sense of him being a physical threat, because compared to Lee, even with one arm, Lee takes him down quite easily. So whilst he isn't a physical threat, he is instead the kind of embodiments of Lee's decisions made up to that point. It is basically the way of the player confronting the decisions they've made throughout the game, and it's asking the player what they think about the journey they've been on. Do they agree with the choices they've made? Would they do things differently? And then, obviously, upon the replay, you do things differently, and you get a completely different confrontation with the Stranger. At the end of the day, his purpose in the story is executed to perfection, so whilst he's not a good character, he is used as a really good plot device. Well, that wild boar was pretty cool.
Are you okay? It's been so long since I was here. I used to love this place, but it's so overgrown.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll be fine. Let's just find a way in.
Oh, the Stranger is certainly underrated. Just say he's made more so for the purpose of the storytelling than being a strong character in and of himself. And also, the way how he manipulated Clem, that is why Clem was never so easily manipulated after that point. Clementine learned a lot from the Stranger, which is really something that is under-calculated by people who talk about the character and review these games. People forget the lasting impact the Stranger obviously had on Clem. Then again, most of the characters that Clementine interacts with have a lasting impact on her. Javier is one of the few friends she comes along who actually fucking survives to the end of the game. That's a you know, refreshing twist for once. But this game, it makes it abundantly obvious that Clementine is basically the amalgamation of her biggest, most influences in life. She is the culmination of Lee, Kenny, Luke, and Jane. But she is the best of each of those characters. Without further ado, let's get climbing the ladder and consider the consequences along the way.
Mitch, come here and give me a boost.
Wait. Make her go first. We send the one we don't mind losing.
That's an ugly thing to say.
Vi says we need her help, right? She shouldn't mind sticking her neck out.
I'll go first. I don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind, because Clementine is a badass.
Thanks, Clem.
Oh, I don't need to fight it, because I already know how well this is going to go for me.
Otherwise, we'll come as soon as you give the all clear.
I guess we'll know when the door opens.
Duh! Talk about pointing out the obvious there, Mitch. Imagine if Ben survived till this game. No, here's the problem with Ben. He was never gonna fucking survive to this game. Very conveniently placed knife for us right there. Oh yeah, the window conversation, I was talking over it, but what was cool about that was the actual banter that Clementine and Mitch went through. At the end of the day, Chloe doesn't like Clementine very much, but their interactions are just filled with so much banter. It's actually really entertaining to watch. And Mitch talks about the condensation, how it's basically muckied up the windows so they're impossible to see through. And they're taking the piss out of Mitch, based on the unbelievability that Mitch was able to come up with such a big word. It's a big word for...
I'm coming. I'll get the door open.
It's such a big word for Mitch, who they stereotype as not being all that intelligent, even though that's completely unfair, because Mitch is... not necessarily the brainiest character here, but he does have a brain to call his own.
Not bad.
He is smart in particular areas, including the area of the word condensation, apparently. You know, it might seem like a big word for little old Mitch, but he knows it, he understands it. Mitch has a brain, who saw that coming.
Let's find that barbed wire, and anything else that might be useful.
Again, I love Mitch and Clementine's banter, it's hilarious.
Some mushrooms are edible.
And again, it makes total sense. I mean, Mitch is a pretty aggressive character, and Clementine has done something that he is not a large fan of, so him being aggressive towards her is totally understandable. And Clementine is really good at kind of taking it on the cheek, and, you know, almost, she almost kind of like shakes it off in a way. You know, she doesn't do anything more to make him even more angry at her. She doesn't escalate the situation, unless you know, make the choices to do so.
He can only eat the same.
That's the thing. I'm saying all of these
so many times before you go crazy.
Things about these characters,
These herbs
getting
are gonna do
that
wonders for morale.
I'm being very specific on the way I'm talking about these things. Obviously, these characters can act in completely different ways based on the choices you make, but that's the beauty of this game in the first place. You get to choose not only who your Clementine is, but you get to choose who your AJ grows up to become. We are not eating that mushroom. That does not seem like a good idea.
Did you find anything?
What do you think?
Okay, just asking.
You know, the barbed wire idea is smart, I'll give you that. Those assholes try and climb our walls, they'll tear their guts out. I'd kinda like to see that.
Oh, Mitch is warming up to, again, because she's not exactly doing anything to, escalate the situation further. But my way of saying that Clementine kind of takes up my cheek a bit, what I should say more specifically is that no matter the choice you make with Clementine, she keeps her cool. You know, she's not one to lose her temper as easily as Mitch does. And that is, at its heart, the most compelling piece to their relationship.
A lot of it, too.
That should keep the raiders from climbing our walls.
Hey, we can use these.
For what?
We can make bombs out of these.
Ayo! We see fertilizer, and the first thing that comes to mind is, let's build a bomb.
I made back home.
He used to blow shit up. That's why he's a troubled youth.
Guilty. I just need some propane and something to create a spark.
You see what I mean? Mitch is smart for things that count, apparently.
If I remember right, there's a science lab through that door. Maybe there's propane in there. Come on, help me move this thing.
Oh, we love ourselves some propane and propane accessories.
Okay, let's see what's inside.
Rose! What's going on? You alright?
We had a scare, that's all.
Oh no.
What?
Clementine's body language is also a key thing to analyse throughout these episodes. She's always kind of standing up straight, standing up tall. She really always presents herself coming from a position of power.
The others left.
You know, her positioning is never really very casual. She's never ever hunched over like this or nothing.
You can barely recognize her. She's just like all the others.
I'm sorry, Ruby.
I just wish I could make her look like she used to.
Oh.
One day we came out looking for food. Walkers attacked us. Thought we could fight them off, but there were so many.
And of course, in the usual Walking Dead manner, nothing is fair. This teacher was the one and only teacher that cared for these kids, and of course, she's killed off.
Local anesthetics, painkillers.
It is so unfair for this character to have been taken away from these kids.
I don't think I can take care of her. Would you? I'm sorry.
There is, I suppose, parallels here to be drawn with Lee. You know, an elder protector, for one willing to step up. The difference here being that Clementine was able to deal with Lee, whereas Ruby was not for her. Clementine has that strength, and more importantly, she has that strength to do it for others.
Yeah. Just need a minute.
Come on, guys. Help me find that propane and we can get out of here.
I love the fact that every couple of frames I'm finding something new to analyse for this game. There's just so much depth to the writing this time around. It's so phenomenal just how well made this game is, how well written this game is. I cannot put enough emphasis upon that.
Ugh, looks like piss.
Dare you to drink it?
Not in a million years.
Wimp.
I wouldn't exactly call her a wimp for that. That was a wise decision, given that whatever is in those vials would probably kill you. What do you know, guys? We've got an igniter. We've got an igniter which we can use to create a spark.
We can use it to create a spark.
He even said the thing. Mitch said the thing.
We can blast those motherfuckers to hell.
Okay, that's why this is my favourite season. Has nothing to do with the characterization or anything else phenomenal about this game that I analysed previously. It has to do with the fact that we found an igniter.
You find anything?
You found an igniter which we can use to create a spark. Did I even say that we have a spark that we can use to ignite the fire? Alright, thanks for stopping by, Logan. I really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day, my friend. Take care of yourself, and I will hopefully be seeing you for the next stream on Sunday, where we're going to explore yet another one of my favourite episodes.
Yeah, perfect. Here. Good find. Now we have everything we need. We should get back and tell the others.
We have to bury Ms. Martin first.
Bury her? Why bother? It's a walker. Help me drag it out back. We can burn it.
No. Ms. Martin's the reason we're all alive.
And?
She deserves a proper burial here. Next to the greenhouse she loved. That way the others won't have to see her like this.
She's been dead for years. There's no point.
I'll help you bury her. It's the right thing to do for someone you cared about.
Thank you so much.
It's not a her. It's a walker. Fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
but it was a her.
I'm not wasting my energy on that thing.
Well, Logan got one thing right. Gosh darn it, Mitch!
I'll put a stone
Darn
in
it all
the
to
graveyard.
hell. Frickin'
Back at
Mitch
the
isn't
school.
am I right?
Ms. Martin loved this place. She'll be happy here.
Apparently you can never trust a
I'll
Mitch.
make sure everyone knows you helped me. That you've got a good heart under all that muck.
Hey.
I mean, she's not wrong. Clementine must really stink at
Think
this
it'll be
point.
Hopefully.
I think they all
These
stink
Lily
though.
Uncle people won't be able to
They
climb
don't
the
exactly
walls.
have access
They'll have to come
to
through the gates.
showers
We
in
can
this
plan for
world.
that.
Straight into a fiery explosion.
At least
of
not in this
death.
community.
Assholes won't know what hit them.
So yeah, needless to say, they all stink. They got blood, guts, and muck all over them. And even if they did have showers, their clothes would still stink afterwards. So without clean clothes, a shower is practically useless.
Brought you these. I noticed his shirt got messed up when, you know.
Where did you get those?
They were 10s back when he got here. Should be about AJ's size. How's he doing?
Better. His fever's down. Thank you for carrying him in.
No problem. So, we've got a greenhouse again. And bombs.
Mitch's idea.
I figured. Violet says we'll start getting this place ready in the morning.
Good.
They all seem okay with letting you stay. For now.
Well,
anyway,
we've definitely won over Ruby's heart, that's for sure.
while we get ready to fight.
Well, you're gonna need me for the fight that's coming.
Yeah. Sounds that way.
Everyone else is okay with us staying. What about you?
It's fine. Well, he gets better.
And after that?
I don't know, Clementine.
Clem?
Hey, kiddo. How do you feel?
Better. Still hurts.
I know.
I love how Clementine cares about his opinion.
Hey, little dude.
I missed you. Are we friends again?
Just get some sleep, okay?
Lewis? I really missed you.
Missed you too. Good night.
Wow.
I'm not mad at him anymore. Are you? He helped.
Well, we
carry
were never
me,
really mad at
and
Lewis,
he was
were
by my
we?
bunk when Ruby gave me stuff.
AJ, I was never mad at him. I understand why he acted that way. Why he wanted us gone.
Me too.
Let's get a look at the shirts Lewis brought you. Then we'll sleep. It's been a long day.
Yeah. You didn't sleep last night.
Nope.
How is she still awake and standing? If I was this sleep deprived, I would be collapsing immediately.
Hey, look! It's Disco Broccoli and his friend. I wish
Oh
you could
yeah,
see
we
this
love ourselves a
cartoon.
little bit of disco broccoli.
Hey, this one's pretty cool.
Looks like Marlon's jacket.
Oh, yeah. But it would still look good on you.
Yeah, but it'd be a little bit insensitive wearing the jacket of a guy that AJ just
How
shot.
about this one?
It looks like Tin's boots.
Oh yeah, I think it's the same character.
Cool.
This one will work. You can put it on when you feel better, okay?
Yeah.
Make of dumb
Time for
YouTube
sleep.
videos, that'd be a
I
really
can't
dumb
sleep
thing
with
to
the light.
do. Sleep
blow
is
it out in a
healthy, it
second.
refreshes the brain, so going 4 days without it. They call it sleep deprivation for a reason, you know. It's not good on your mental health for one. It's not good for your physical health for another. There's just basically no benefits to come from going 4 days without sleep. That being said, you know, we've been talking about sleep this whole time. We're going to go to sleep as soon as we've placed all of these collectibles that we found. Gotta figure out where to go first. On the shelf, here we go.
Wonder how long it'll last.
So mushroom, not long, most probably.
Nice.
Man, that is cool though. And with that having been said and done, let's go to sleep.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Don't let a walker bite.
And if it tries,
Bang.
Clementine, now is the time for peace and contentment. He is, you know, finally getting the rest he needs, the rest he deserves. Why are the comments repeating themselves? Seems though the comments have glitched out a bit. Which is a shame, but I am really pleased with how they showcased the movement of time there. The passing of time, I should say. They did a great job showcasing the passing of time. Oh shit.
AJ? Where are you?
Okay, I'm not sure I even want to open this door right now.
AJ? AJ?
Oh dear, okay. Okay, that got my blood pumping for a moment there. Whew!
Same one you used to have all.
If there's one thing this game knows how to do,
what
it is
happened at the
how to build tension. My word, that was
I'll be okay.
for red, for the way the horse was suffering there, just for music, or should I say lack thereof. It had an eeriness to it, and the rumbling of the controller too. It was so immersive.
Did you have a bad
and
dream
so
too?
terrifying. Ooh. Has
Been having
shivers
them a lot
being sent
lately.
straight down my spine. It's gotten me so scared I'm muffled for words. I am.
I feel safer like this, not sleeping. I want to stay up forever. I probably could.
No,
Like
I don't think
18
so.
days. If I tried hard.
I don't know about that. I've never met anyone who could go more than a few days without sleep.
Then I'll be the first. If we were in danger, then I would.
Here, let me help you back to bed.
No.
Clementine has been a mom ever since she was 11 years old. Clementine practically raised this boy.
So I am.
She made it clear at the beginning that these two, all they really truly had was each other, and now this community, they finally found something more than that, so they need to protect it.
Maybe I should go get Ruby. If you're feeling sick again, she should take a look at you.
No, Clem, you're not listening to me.
No, I'm not. I was too busy talking over you. You got one thing right. I'm not listening to him.
I'm sorry you had to do all the hard work. To atone me. I'm gonna help you more, so you don't have to do everything.
Where are you going?
On patrol.
Patrol?
For danger. Bad people. Monsters. Whatever you have nightmares about.
What if you stayed here instead? If you go back to sleep, I'll stay awake and make sure no more bad dreams come.
You can't do that. You're not magic.
How do you know? Maybe I have magic and never told you.
No, you don't.
What is it?
Could I maybe sleep in your bed? Like I did when I was little?
Yeah. Come on up.
I'm not scared. Just tired.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, sure, you tell yourself that, AJ. Oh, this is so sweet. He really is like a son to Clem, isn't he? I mean, it's like a child coming into their parents' beds after a nightmare. But this time it's the opposite way around. AJ is doing it to soothe Clementine.
Yeah.
They both get something out of this. It's what's so great about their dynamic in the first place, their relationship. Oh, that was so sweet.
You ready to work today, kiddo?
Bad dreams always make me more tired.
Me too.
I slept better in your bed. It's my turn to be lookout.
I have other stuff I need to do.
What stuff?
Nothing. It's important.
God damn it, Lewis. Take this seriously for once in your life.
I've been taking this seriously for fucking days. Almost 2 weeks.
So
Way! It's a new achievement! Lewis actually took something seriously for 2 entire weeks! How's that for character development, folks?
Hey. I thought Lily and Abel would show up days ago. I wonder why they're holding off.
Don't know. All I wanted was more time to prepare, but now this waiting sucks and everyone's on edge.
Yeah, they should be. They should be on edge and waiting for anything, because these raiders could show up at any point, though them trying to raid this school quietly and efficiently, doing it during the day would be a terrible idea. They gotta use the cover of night. Oh yeah, I think Lewis taking this seriously for 2 entire weeks is longer than anyone in the history of has ever taken something as seriously long for. By now, most people would have given up taking this seriously, including Lewis. So the fact that he didn't, is character growth for you.
Still wouldn't want to pledge to that.
Well, what you're talking about there, Clem, I think that's a great thing to pledge to. Why wouldn't you pledge to a flag that says "fuck raiders" all over it?
Hopefully this
sounds like a perfectly pledgeable flag to me. And yep, I mean, I'm personally creeped out by the walker heads on spikes. I personally think, though, what they should have done is they should have made a couple of sacrifices here and there. You know, who actually really needs a sim? They should have just took off a sim's head, put his head on a pole outside a Raiders post, and then that really would have shocked him. Just give him a message that if that was their friend's head on a spike, imagine what they do to Raiders. Boy, I would be terrified. I would be quivering with fear with that kind of message. You know,
Do you think so?
who really needs a sim anyway? You know, just make a couple of sacrifices here and there, take off some heads, put them on some pikes, and really send them a message.
Danger. Like patrol? No, Clem. Lookout's totally different than patrol.
How so?
You don't walk.
Oh. Oh, the snarkiness. AJ is lucky that Clementine is patient with him, because that kind of attitude with his actual parents, I don't think Rebecca kind of would have had that kind of snark. AJ definitely would have been reprimanded for that, with parents who weren't quite so patient and didn't quite... like I say, Clementine is very good at taking things on the cheek. She either plays up to the situation or keeps her cool. Either way, it's one of the things that makes her character so compelling, with the way how she
Gotta see if the bomb will
she approaches situations with such delicacy.
Just gotta see if it'll light.
Yeah, it better. Our whole plan rests on that little thing. If they get in, I'll need you to set the bomb off while I distract them.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, something like that.
I read that on one of those stupid inspirational posters. School used to have them everywhere. As soon as things went to shit, I tore them all down.
You know what? I couldn't blame him. The last thing you need is something like that on the walls all over the place during a zombie apocalypse. You know, I think it would kind of have the opposite of the intended effect.
Stand back. Fucking shit. If it doesn't work.
I'm bored. That was not quite the explosion we were looking for.
I'm sure you'll get it. Keep trying.
It's not like I got all the time in the world to play scientist and figure this shit out. I'll figure it out. I just need more time. Alone time to think.
I get it. I'll leave you alone.
Thanks, though, for helping.
For the moment where you thought that conversation was going one way, Mitch really turned it around. Wow. What a roller coaster of emotions right there. You were a bit worried that Clementine's selflessness was really going to come back and bite her in the ass. A bit like her decisions in Season 2, where an act of selflessness really
we can use. Wonder if
harshly impacted you in a later sequence. I'm talking, of course, about the greenhouse sequence, where you're selfless. You help, what's her name? Sarah. I can't believe I forgot Sarah's name there. I hated her enough to where you'd think I would have remembered her name by now. Hello, buddy.
What are you doing down there, Rosie? Good girl. What did Marlon used to do?
Well, you know, we gave the guts to speak with Rosie. That's kinda cute. But yeah, that greenhouse sequence. So what we did was help Sarah out of the goodness of our heart. We did a selfless thing, and that only resulted in Clementine having to bear witness to Reggie, poor old Reggie, being thrown off a roof. Man, these games love punishing us for doing the right thing. And with Mitch, we were trying to be kind and inspirational, and it almost came back to bite us in the ass. But fortunately for us, it wound up being alright in the end. Mitch kind of turned that conversation around, and he thanked us anyway. Again, to show the growth in his character. Even Mitch has a character arc in this game. It's bloody spectacular. Alright, let's see what our boy Lewis is up to. I must admit, make of them YouTube
What's going
videos, that's
on?
one of the few things
In
I
a few
wasn't
weeks,
curious
days, or
about
hours,
when it comes
the
to World
Raiders
of
will be
Walking
here,
Dead.
burn down our place,
Having
and
the
steal what
answers
will
to
kill us.
whether or not the North Korean government is still active in
It don't
Walking
matter
Dead
how
is
much I
something that
suck
I
at
could not
this.
give two shits
The
about.
Raiders aren't gonna burn anything or steal
You know, the
anybody.
answer would not,
We'll stop
the
it.
answer to that question would not affect me
You
anyway,
sound like Marlon.
one way or the other.
I mean, not about fighting, but when he was trying to cheer us all up. For years, I sat around making stupid jokes, playing stupid games, while my best friend was left with all the responsibility, all the tough calls, all the sleepless nights, and eventually, a bullet in the head. And I didn't do a damn thing about it.
I like how that's edited, but in real life that
tell us what he
conversation would
was
be so
really like.
awkward because Clementine would just be
shot him.
waiting for Lewis to load another arrow into the bow and arrow.
If I could take it back, I would. I knew that the day you got back.
I forgive you.
You know, imagine
I
having to
understand why you
wait
did it.
for Lewis's intended effect, waiting for him to have
He
to
was my
reload
best
his bow and
friend,
arrow and
almost
then
like my
say
brother,
something
but
as he
the
fired
things
it
he
off. Works well in
It
the
was
edit,
fucked
wouldn't
up.
work well in real life. Because
Here, you take it.
Are you
that's
sure? I mean, it's Marlon's.
how it would look.
Yeah, it was. And he used it to defend the school before he stopped. Go ahead. Try it. In that direction, please.
Oh, that's a shame. I kind of felt like having some target
Just so you
practice
know,
with Lewis's
I'm
head
totally
for a
laughing
moment
out
there.
loud when you
But now
miss.
that he's asked us so kindly, I suppose we'll aim for target instead. Oh, that's a mistake. Yeah, for some reason when I initially did that
Remind
first
me
shot,
to
I
never
thought I
piss
needed
you
to
off while
charge the
I'm standing
R2
at a
button like
moderate
you normally
distance
do
with
in
a big
games
red
where you use a
circle
bow and
in your
arrow, you have
chest.
to charge the R2
You wanna
button
come back and
and then
practice
release it
more?
when you're ready to
Just let me know.
fire. But
Okay?
instead it just fires
Sounds
automatically
good.
when you press R2 like a normal gun
Clem?
would.
Thank you.
I've been playing Lara
all
Croft
of it.
games recently, specifically Rise of the Tomb Raider, and obviously in that game you hold the R2 button before releasing it for bow and arrow, so that is why that kind of mechanic was currently engraved in my mind. Let's just blame Lara Croft for my downfall, shall we? Though Lara Croft, like
looks ready for a
Clementine, is an
war.
example of a badass female in gaming. And yet, somehow, Lara Croft manages to survive even more unsurvivable situations than Clementine. Like, seriously, this character should have died like a dozen or so times by now. Clementine's survival is completely unrealistic. Lara Croft, on the other hand, she should have died, like, in every single frame of the game she's in. I have no idea how Lara Croft survives the things that she does. You know, she should be dead in pretty much every single action sequence throughout the games. You know, she survives thousands upon thousands of unsurvivable situations. That was not the decision I intended to make, but I was too busy rambling on that I just kind of had to make a decision at the end of it all.
Because you're boring and your idea is stupid.
Yeah, I was running out of time in that decision-making part, and
You could hear yourself. Guys, what the
I had run out of time to speak it because I was speaking for too long. But the point is, Lara Croft survives thousands upon thousands of unsurvivable situations.
I have an idea for duffel bags filled with bricks. We drop them on the Raiders if they get to the admin building. Willie here wants to use a giant.
Yeah, if you thought it was bad for Clementine surviving unsurvivable situations, then Lara Croft is even worse.
Stupid.
You're stupid.
Still though, two
I'm trying to help.
Sim is right.
two
We should use this
badass
brick trap.
females from
It sounds
gaming.
more
That's
practical.
the point that's being made here.
No, it isn't. It's exactly the kind of thing a child would think of. Especially a child who has
Newsflash
no
for
idea
you, you're all children.
What the shit?
Never mind, I suppose the choice I made was correct. They really are kind of falling apart, I suppose.
Christ. We'll all kill each other before the Raiders even get a fucking chance.
What we need is something to break the tension.
Oh yes, time for a bright Lewis idea. Oh, I love myself
How's
one
it
of
hanging?
these.
Dude, fuck off.
Sulking in the corner isn't gonna help us fight off the Raiders.
This is indeed a bright Lewis idea.
You get more annoying every day.
Regardless, I've come up with a plan to make everybody feel better. And that
Oh, a
plan
flawless
is
plan.
Come on, we gotta play.
Okay, I'm coming.
Well, the fact that AJ knows instantly that so long as Lewis is involved with this game, that the game by default is perfect.
To come play. I don't mind waiting.
Shut up, dude! Swear to God.
You've got a crush on Ruby?
I'm quite impressed that Sim managed to hide his crush on Ruby from Violet.
You don't use cards in Truth or Dare.
You do in this version.
I'm not surprised Lewis figured that out, but wow, Sim did a great job hiding that. Usually, when you have a crush on someone, it's kind of obvious. The only way how someone wouldn't notice that if someone has a crush on you is the art of denial.
Let's see. Truth.
How can they possibly have a crush on me? That can't be true.
Fine. Marry, flip, kill. Ruby, a Sim, or James, that guy who saved you.
Oh my god.
You gotta answer. Them's the rules.
Oh, them's the rules. Lewis doesn't make up the rules, he just reinforces them.
James.
He sounds mysterious.
Funny. You pronounce horrifying differently than I do.
Didn't you say he wore skin? Like human skin? Whatever
Again,
makes you
for
happy,
back
Clem.
and forth between these characters is so damn entertaining to watch.
Flip, 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 flip.
Flip, flip, flip.
Oh dear God.
A Sim.
Oh wow, wow. That's awkward.
I don't think you're his type.
Why else do you think I said it that way?
Dude, shut up.
So that means you're killing...
This is amazing.
Well, I'm glad Ted has enjoyed himself.
Ruby.
Poor, kind-hearted Ruby. A Sim would happily marry you.
Damn it, Lewis.
This is great. We're laughing, we're bonding. It's a nice
Thank you
break
for
from
pointing that out, Lewis. I never would have
homicidal
noticed that we were
assholes
laughing
sneaking into
and
our
bonding
homes
if not for you having explicitly stated
to-
that.
On to round 2.
Yes, the Sim's reaction is indeed priceless. And welcome back, Logan.
And poor Sim loses.
Definitely a dare.
Okay. Do your worst.
Oh, I'm about to do my worst.
You have to kiss a walker.
What?
No way.
Gotta play by the rules, my dude.
That's like... I could die.
Avoid the teeth. Go for the cheek.
Gross.
Oh, God.
Just make sure you don't swallow any guts and germs. I admire a Sim for actually going through with that.
I hate everyone.
That was amazing.
I could blame him,
I
a
think
Sim.
we
If
all
I was in
learned
your
something about
situation,
our
I
good
too
friend
would hate
Sim.
everyone.
Mainly that he has no romantic charm whatsoever.
Shut up.
Look sharp, y'all. It's time for round 3.
Here we go.
I got it. We've been pretty hard on poor Sim here, teasing him about sweet Ruby. Seems only fair we mercilessly tease someone else about unrequited love. So...
Oh, a Sim would have been so cool to see
Anyone
more of
here
in this
you
game. I think a Sim
like?
is definitely one of the stronger characters from the school.
Seriously?
Oh dear.
What are you, 6?
Well, you know what?
Thank you.
I think love is in the air tonight.
I've definitely got feelings for someone.
Oh, who is it?
Nope, not telling.
But whom is it that I have feelings
You've
for?
got the high card, and the loser is Tennessee.
What's something you've never told anyone? Because
So
you
how
said
did
they make fun
Lewis
of you.
know what card Tennessee
You got
had
this.
when Tennessee hadn't yet announced what card he had?
I think walkers won't always be around. They'll go away someday. 'Cause the world goes in cycles, right? Ice Age, Stone Age.
Well, that's a very interesting
other
perspective to
ages.
have. I do
So
actually
it's like
kind
that.
of admire
This age won't
Tennessee for his
and
perspective on the
another
world.
will
It's
start.
unique,
An age
no matter
without
how
walkers,
naive it seems.
like it used to be.
It'll be better. Why is everyone looking at me like that?
We'll all be dead by the time the walker age ends. Wiped out, like dinosaurs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
real bummer.
at
Dragging
least
down
we
the
know
situation
everything
despite
isn't
the
broken.
idea in the first place to be motivational for everyone.
What's wrong, AJ?
Not quite what Lewis
I
was
just
hoping
don't
for.
know what it's like. All of you do, but I don't. I don't remember a time before monsters.
You know what, little dude? It's okay that you don't. Believe me, the world before this one was pretty shitty. And
That was a
feels
good
like
thing for
place
him to
call it.
say.
We should finish up our work anyway. It's getting dark. You're on lookout?
Yep. Clementine's got it after me.
Can I come?
Of course you can, little guy.
Way, we got rid of AJ. Now it's time for some alone time. Oh, and we can have it with either Violet or with Lewis. So I wonder what that could possibly lead toward.
Hey.
You maybe want to help me with the brick trap?
Yeah, I got some ideas.
Cool. I'm sure they'll help.
Sorry I punched you.
It's okay. It's a pretty good punch.
Whoop whoop.
I'm headed to the bell tower. I want to check out our defenses on the back wall before bed.
Do you need help?
Sure, if you want.
You could always help me instead. I am on piano duty. What? I gotta get in some practice before one of you decides to chop it into firewood. I've got a project I want to try, but I need a second person.
Well, obviously, the piano gig is way more important than some stupid defences. So, for those of you who know this game by now, you would know exactly what storyline I have locked myself into. You know exactly where we're going from here. And boy, it is going to be so much fun to explore. Oh, that's setting the tone, alright.
One last time before all hell breaks loose.
It's a good idea. Haven't heard music in a while.
Many people would say you're not about to hear it now.
Oh, I prefer Lewis a smidge over Violet also.
So, how do you feel about our imminent deaths? We won't necessarily die, of course. We could also be kidnapped, injured, maimed, maybe eaten. The possibilities are endless.
Thanks for that, Lewis.
I'm terrified.
Damn, you're owning it. Huh, I'm impressed. Usually people bury their feelings, but you look them right in the face and say, "Whoa, these suck."
So, what's this?
Yeah, and we
project
also
looking
tell them
for?
to fuck off half the time. You know, if we're ever feeling fear, what do? We tell it to
awful, right?
fuck off.
All we need to do is tune it. That's why I need you. When I give the signal, play the A key.
Yeah, which one's the A key?
You know, the A key. Next to the B key. After the G key. How'd that
G
happen?
key, you're being a bit cheeky.
Door. Slammed on it.
Well, you can play just as well with 9.5. Good. That definitely helped. Now press the pedals while I make some more adjustments. Great, that part's golden. Quick, now blow on the strings. I know, sounds weird, but blow on them. Cooling the temperature helps set them in harmony.
Okay, sure, we're just going to blindly trust him on this.
Okay, great. That did nothing, because that's not at all part of how you tune a piano.
Oh, it just became the butt of a
It could have
joke.
done something on like a molecular level. Or maybe it's good luck to blow on strings.
Oh dear.
You are super cute.
Cute? Wow, that's yay! Glad to be of service.
Oh, that reaction is so genuine as well. Oh my, Lewis really was not seeing that one coming.
What are you playing?
Though is it not clear
say
to Lewis at
piano.
this point who it was we were referring to when we
song
said we had
that I
feelings
wrote.
for someone?
Really?
Surely that
What's it
it's
called?
kind of setting in
I
for
don't
him
know
by
yet.
now. Surely he's putting two and two
There.
together.
First time played. We should mark the occasion.
Yes, she lost half a finger because we went through the ending where she went off on her own.
You done tattooing that piano? I think you've got a future in Whitlin. I like saying Whitlin. Oh, that's a potato? It's a heart. Yep, I see. It's a heart. That's
No, it was a butt.
Super
Can't you tell?
cool.
It's very clearly a butt.
really cool. So, hey, I'm gonna dig myself into a deep hole from which I'll never emerge. Cool? Cool. Time to get serious.
Serious? Wow. You feeling okay?
Not really, nope. Thanks for being here. Listening. Blowing on the strings. Coming here to help me with my project, even after everything I put you through. And everything I had to work through for myself. Everyone hears the jokes, the piano, and after that, they stop listening. You didn't.
Oh, all he needed was a chance.
So, I like you a lot. Like you. As more than a friend. No jokes? Nothing?
When you said you had feelings for someone during the game, I was hoping it was me. And it is. Holy shit, it's me! Figured out what to call the song.
Oh my word. This is totally how I would react in this situation as well.
Because I like fruit, and I like you even more, so there. Gotta admit, of all the things I saw coming, you had
Oh,
a
just
crush
try
on me
to
was
kiss him already. Yeah, let's be honest, anyone would react that way. If someone you have a crush on, if someone you have feelings for, admitted that they felt the same way,
you wouldn't want to miss
then
that.
you would have that same sense of accomplishment, pure joy. So yeah, based on how genuine Lewis's reaction is right there, is what makes it so heartwarming and compelling to watch. It's a true treat, and a treat is a really great way to freshen up after such the horror and depression we've experienced through the game so far. This game really does a great job of balancing for joy and for sorrow and for horror. There's all of these emotions in juxtaposition with one another that makes it as memorable and as impactful as it is.
I really hate that fucking dickhead shitfuck.
Oh, that's a little much, don't you think?
No, I think that was a perfect balance there. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Well, I do.
Try thinking about something else. Count the monsters you see.
Same number as before. 3, 4.
That's not how you count.
Okay if Abel
Everyone knows
frightens
that 7 comes after
you. You know how to
3.
control that.
Then it
Just
goes
10
5, then we
monsters
go back to 1 again, then it's 2, then it's 9, then it's 8,
He doesn't
and
find
then it's
me.
6.
But when he comes here,
Followed by
I call
5.
dibs.
5 is obviously the last number of the sequence.
I'm the one that kills him. Okay?
You know what? Sure, he's all yours. What's the worst that
Okay.
could happen?
Really?
Yes, I can't promise you how things are gonna go, but if it's possible, you get first shot at him.
Wow.
What, you thought I'd say no?
Yeah. I'm grown up now,
No, you aren't.
but I'm close.
Trust me, AJ, you do not want to be grown up, okay? Being
I see
grown up
something.
sucks.
Not a walker?
It's funny. When you're a kid, all you ever want to do is grow up. Then when you're all grown up, all you want to do is be a kid again. There's never no such thing as pleasing anyone, is there? You always want what you cannot have, it seems. That's just the way of life.
That's not a walker. Good job, AJ.
Okay, here we go.
The others.
Well, now that I've gotten all romantical with Lewis, I sure do hope that nothing bad happens to him. Because if it does, I will never forgive myself.
Raiders?
Yeah, they're here.
Shit. Well, in case it all goes to hell and I don't see you again during the fight, just know I have no idea what that D stands for on your hat. Don't tell me.
Oh yeah, that was definitely something that we needed to know in the light of imminent death.
So just listen to your hat, okay?
We're ready.
They've got at least 4 more people, all carrying guns. And carts.
Oh, trust me, the hat for
Carry
Clementine is
people away.
iconic. It is not going anywhere.
I can't believe they're really here. If they get inside, I'll keep them focused on me. That should give Willie and Mitch time to set up the bomb.
I'll set it under those carts. It'll work. I promise.
If they manage to get in, we fall back.
To the admin building.
Exactly. Right into our traps.
They're in for a rude fucking surprise. Those duffel bags will break bones. Easy.
Oh, no, trust me, there is no way Clementine was crushing on Duck.
Final words of wisdom?
She's smarter than that.
You've faced them and won, after all.
We're gonna make those assholes right.
Oh no!
Fuck! Shit!
That's just fucking great! They have snipers above the trees, of course they do, god damn it! Fuck these raiders. And here's one thing I don't understand. When they're trying to make soldiers out of these children, why are they shooting them? It's going to be infinitely more harder to make a soldier out of someone who's got a bum leg.
No! Open up, kid! It doesn't have to get any uglier!
My bow!
Go! Go. I'll be alright. You don't have much time. Go!
Okay, this sequence of events is badass. Way how we took to cover this way. First we slide over the table, then we shove it over and push it back in. It's just such a smooth sequence of events. You love to see it.
It's okay. Just try not to move or make noise.
The fuck is all this?
Focus. They're just scarecrows.
Are they working? Are they scaring you?
Yes, they took us
Are you scared, little crows? You want to fly away, little crows? I recommend you
Spread
fly
out.
away, little crows. Omar has like 10 lines in this entire game. Yep, and that was one of them. I hope you enjoyed one of his 10 lines. It's like a monkey from the How to Train Your Dragon, not even How to Train Your Dragon, sorry. It's like Monkey from the Kung Fu Panda trilogy all over again, who has about a combined total of 6 lines because Jackie Chan is too expensive.
Where's our new recruit?
How did I get Kung Fu Panda and How to Train Your Dragon mixed
They're
up?
not
I feel
yours.
so disgraced. I'm
Search
embarrassed.
the yard. If Clementine moves, shoot her.
Don't do that, that would be rude. You don't just come into someone else's home and start shooting them. That's not very neighborly
We'll
of
find them,
you.
Clementine, and then we'll take them. And you. And your little boy.
I don't think you want to kill me. Just like you didn't want to in the woods.
Shut up!
Oh, we touched a nerve. That's one way to unbalance an opponent. At the end of the day, if they are
You've
unbalanced in
changed.
the mind and they aren't as
grew
capable
I
physically.
can see that. God, you are just like him. We would have been heartbroken knowing he taught you all the wrong things. That the sweet little girl he protected turned out like this.
You're right, Lily. I am just like him. And if he saw me now, he'd be proud of who I am.
Oh, he would be so
Because you
proud.
pick fights you can't win? Right. I'm sure
No, 'cause
that
we
made
keep
all
fighting
the
to the end.
sacrifices worth it.
That's the thing, Lily has it right. This is a fight we cannot win.
If you won't help me
How do
find
we
the
even come
others,
back from
I'll
this?
find someone who will. We've recruited from this school before.
Minnie wanted to come along tonight.
Oh no, here comes her slimy manipulative ways. Oh.
She said she had a girlfriend back here. Friends she missed. One guy who could always make her laugh no matter what. And her little brother.
Oh, I hate her. I hate her so much. Oh, I really love to hate Lily. She's one of those characters where you love to hate them.
Where are they?
Let me take you to them.
I can't. I just want them back. Please.
Don't listen to her, Ten. You know she's lying. She stole your sisters. She took them away from you. From their home.
Oh, you bitch. Oh, that is evil. Did Ruby just use a rock? I mean, I can't blame her because rocks are super overpowered as we look from the Horizon series. I'm surprised that any of these characters survived, given that we just threw a rock at them. They should so be dead right now. Rocks should have just exploded and destroyed all of them in one fell swoop. Mitch! Mitch, no! What are you doing, Mitch? Don't do that, Mitch! Oh, God, Mitch!
God damn it!
Again, what is the point? You are trying to raid this place to get these kids as soldiers. It is hard for these kids to be soldiers if they are dead. Oh, my word.
Kill who you have to. Take
no, don't kill who you have to. God damn it! Right as Mitch was starting to become an awesome character as well, they had to take him away right as I was starting to like him. I hate it when these games do that. Mariana was taken away from us just as she was starting to become an interesting character, and now they've gone and done the same to Mitch. Oh, God damn it. Now I'm upset. I am very upset. He's dead. But why do we only make one brick trap? We chose a brick trap in the first place because there could have been multiple brick traps made, and yet there's only for one. Yeah, for Logan, the brick trap is literally the only case in this game, or at least one of them, where your choice does not matter.
Fucking pointless. I told Lily you wouldn't cooperate.
Oh, dearie me. How dare they use a Molotov? That's cheating. Here's the thing, Abel is only winning right now because he has cheats on. First it was for infinite shotgun range, and now he has for Molotov cheat.
Alone.
Got him.
I can't. Stay back.
You're gonna freeze frame on that. You're gonna freeze frame on cover time, get punched on the face. Not cool, video game.
And still alive? Well, bet a lot of folks died to get you here.
Yeah, we're not about to make their sacrifices be in vain. Take this!
Dibs.
Get him! Watch the eye, watch the eye, watch the eye. Now that is how you hurt him. The next stream will be whenever I feel like it. I suppose you're right. If Abel is in fact disabled, I suppose he does need cheats to keep up with Clem. And even with cheats enabled, he still can't beat her.
God damn it!
First he lost an arm and now he's lost a leg. Oh, bastard got what he deserved.
Shit. This should be easy.
You won't kill me. I know you won't.
Why?
We were like family once. He won't hurt family.
Oh, we threw her off balance. You see, Lily isn't the only one who can manipulate her opponent from off balance with utilization of their mind. Clementine is one smart cookie. And a broken nose! Oh, and there goes the other arm! Rosie for the win, let's fucking go! Oh, no, not Lewis! It would have been really embarrassing if Lily missed those shots at point blank range. Oh, Rosie is the single greatest character in existence besides Clementine and Lee. You know, Rosie is the third best Walking Dead character, hands down. We can't leave our boy behind. We have to save Lewis. He is far too important to us. How are you missing at point blank range? Now, Lily, that is embarrassing. Yeah, Rosie. Rosie is indeed one hell of a character. Wiley, you're useless. How are you missing these shots? It would have been so convenient if Willie managed to headshot some of those soldiers right there, but unfortunately, he's not good enough a shot, apparently. What are you looking at? That guy's on fire. Not in a good way. I am not on fire with these shots right now. Now I am embarrassed. I am now one who's missing at point blank range. Okay, that's better. We got him eventually. Now where's the rest of them? Oh dear, I'm mashing the wrong button over here. I'm a bit rusty at this, apparently. Woo! That was close. Bit too close. Okay, where are you? I do question how half of these shots are missing though. There we go, got him eventually. Wow, these kids can be brutal when they need to be. It's not quite as brutal as Rosie though. Rosie, again, one of the single greatest characters in their history. Third best character of this franchise. You know, it would be number one if not for Clem and Lee. How are these missing? Thank you. About time. There we go, we got him too. Rest. Boom. Okay, how was I that inconsistent with my skills right there? We missed so many and then I got 6 for 6 at the end there. I just initiated some sort of, you know, unforeseen gamer mode out of nowhere. I found the be good with video game button. Took me a while, but we finally got there, folks. And holy crap, is that how you end an episode? Woo! It's a pretty hopeless situation, let's be honest here. As always, I ask the question, how do we even come back from this? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's how we come back from this. We have Rosie. So long as Rosie is alive, then everyone else is fucked. Okay, doesn't matter that we lost Mitch. Doesn't matter that we lost half of our team. Rosie is still around, so things are going to be okay. It's like Star Wars, okay? The entire resistance or rebellion, whatever they're called at this point, they can all be wiped out. It doesn't matter, because the bad guys don't stand a chance so long as R2-D2 is still alive. If R2-D2 is alive, he can face down the entire army of the villains. They don't stand a chance when R2-D2 is around. Doesn't matter how many of the good guys are killed off.
How?
And Rosie
know where they are or
is
how
that
many.
R2-D2. So those raiders, they are truly screwed.
Well,
Now that
we've got
Rosie is
someone
still
who does.
around. Rosie is just too overpowered, I'm telling you. Okay, we might be in a pretty hopeless situation right now, but that ending is badass. The way how they all stare down Abel. Oh. That episode was perfection. The only problem I have with it is that the choice between either going with Violet or going with Lewis, it's not very clear that that is a major decision that results in you either being romantic with either Violet or Lewis. I do wish that choice was more obvious as to what it led toward. Anyway, we're going to skip through all of this as fast as possible, given how much of this is copyrighted that you hear before you. Once again, it's a damn good song, and it's really great at setting for mood, and just... it really hammers home everything you've been left to process at the end of this episode. You know, as you read these credits, normally people would stop and take their time for these credits. We can't, unfortunately, because of copyrighted music. But that very same copyrighted music is really what forces you to process for horror you've just bear witness to. Is really what forces you to find that inner motivation going into... Why is the music still playing? Stop copyrighting me, damn it! Let's go back to the definitive menu so I can actually talk and process everything that just happened, because boy, that was a handful of things. Oh, as you can tell, it's a lot of things to process. And whilst you're processing it, this is the music you have that sets for mood and the tone. Let's listen to Clementine's Suite instead, because this is a rather iconic track. Or, you know, we can just continue listening to the copyrighted music as well. I suppose that's a possibility. But that being said and done, we might be back here. But what the next episode is going to focus on is episode 3 of the final season, Broken Toys, an episode which I'll be streaming on Sunday. I am really looking forward to it. Let's pop back to the final season screen. Are you going to stream for much longer? No, I'm not. You joined right at the very end. This ending is a bit of a mess. I'm just trying to really scramble through things, and it's hard to speak quickly. It's hard to speak over copyrighted music. And when you've had an episode as impactful as this, it's really hard to just create a comprehensive shortened list. It's just... we're gonna end off this episode knowing that we've had one hell of an experience with the second episode of the series, and now we get to look forward to Broken Toys, which I will be streaming on Sunday. And this episode is an absolute treat. It is a emotional roller coaster. Come the end of the episode, I'm going to be an emotional wreck. So if you're looking forward to my emotional distress, then be sure to come along on Sunday when I stream episode 3 of the final season, Broken Toys. And until that moment arises, peace! And of course, thank you so much as always for watching.